This June, the business wave is back and it's bigger than ever. The City Business Festival 2025 on Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, where it's all about business. This June, we will be celebrating Ghanaian businesses, re-examining our business modules and practices through our business fora, and sharing knowledge through our on-air business discussions. Make a business date with the on-air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 Citi FM and 10 a.m. on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. From expert interviews to real-world insights to the tools you need to grow. Don't miss a single moment this June. It's the City Business Festival 2025, celebrating everything business. Only on Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. Your business, your future, your time is now. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and let's grow together. The City Business Festival 2025, celebrating everything business.
The City Business Festival 2025 is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, and it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN Business, and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited.
Good morning!
And welcome to your favorite Saturday morning TV show. We call this Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. My name is Jude Duncan, and of course I do this with
Inu Safo. As always, the show is live and interactive, so you can send us your WhatsApp messages across all platforms on social media with the hashtag Breakfast Daily Weekend, or you can send it through WhatsApp with the number 0204 447 033 0204 447 033. Promises to be a very interesting show, so you'd like to stick and stay with us.
Yeah, on the show today we have a list or a very strong lineup of exciting activities coming your way, right from our news review segment all the way to the sports segment. It's fun-filled, it's power-packed. But I know it's important we remind our lovely viewers out there of the Agri Fair that's happening. Right?
We're talking more about it, though.
Yeah,
so.
It's important to talk more about it. Somebody asked me yesterday, no, on Friday. Yeah, yesterday was Friday, right?
Yesterday was Friday.
Yeah,
hey,
on
Jude,
Friday.
Saturday,
You know, I'm really, you know, somebody asked me that, is it possible that if they come and they buy a goat, you know, we can slaughter the goat?
Everything.
You know, then, like cut the meat into pieces and all of that.
It is
and I'm
possible.
like, yeah.
Why not?
I like that it is possible. Except that some people have gone to gather at NIB.
Please.
And it is not possible over there.
To cut your,
and I'm saying that, I'm saying that I like that retort, right?
Okay.
But except that for some people, they've been gathering at Yoko and NIB since what's it called? The whole of this week, Wednesday, right, or
Thursday.
Tuesday? Are you sure? Probably earlier.
They went there on Thursday.
On Thursday. You know.
I mean, in their numbers, but regardless, since Tuesday, they've been in and out.
Yeah. And it's not been possible for them to. It's not been possible for them to come out. Anyway,
an interesting week. It's like every Friday something happens, you know. But anyway,
a little action to end the week, right?
Yes, yeah. Small VP. Let's get into the papers. I'm holding the Spectator, your weekend companion. Some of the stories you'll find. 2 children die of malnutrition every hour. Wow. NTC's Geoffrey Buta nominated for Joy FM Impact Makers Award. Naomi Ohene Oti makes Ghana proud, wins $250,000 Global Nursing Award in Dubai. And what a rousing welcome her nursing people gave her at the Kotika International Airport. On the back page, Spectator Sports, Black Rockets are hope for years to come. And can Holy Stars spoil Nations FC's party? I have the Mirror, Ghana's most popular weekend paper. Some of the stories you'll find: AI and the tourism experience, fashion for charity. Nana Kwesi John Appinting, former Mirror editor, columnist, passes on. Exercises turn Ayi Mensah Peduase stretch into dumping ground. And on the back page of the Mirror Sports, Nations FC face crucial test against Basake Holy Stars.
Let me start off with this really big story from last night that has got a lot of people excited and applauding the wonderful institution Citi FM and Channel 1 is. So, the Citi FM Foundation was adjudged the media hero at the MTN Heroes of Change grand finale yesterday. And congratulations to all of us here at Channel 1 TV and Citi FM, basically for the work we did during the Akosombo Dam spillage.
Oh, I remember.
So that's really the big story. I'll still stay on Citi Newsroom before I bring the big headlines on Daily Graphic. Wontumi lawyers meet bail conditions. That's the big story coming in this morning. Wontumi lawyers have met the bail conditions, but we don't know whether he's been, released. So we're keeping a keen eye on that particular story. Improved service quality by December of face heavy fines. Sam George warns telcos. 37 military hospital shuts emergency unit for fumigation from June 4 to 14th. Also here, Tema West MCE pledges swift reclamation of Klagon Ramsar site. Wontumi seeks review of bail conditions at High Court. We don't know of Chairman Wontumi's whereabouts. That's coming from the MPP. 58 million National Cathedral pit must be investigated. And that's coming in from the Doma Hene. We'll work to ensure Wontumi's release. Former Vice President Baumia, who I must say was present yesterday at the NIB office to check on the embattled MPP Ashanti Regional Chairman Wontumi. Also here, Baumia urges calm as confusion grows over Wontumi whereabouts. Mahama slams MPP over deceptive Sunyani Hospital upgrade. Some more stories. Kufuor endorses National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving. And rather tragic, right? Because we were discussing this last week on the show. Last week Sunday on Sunday breakfast. Mentally ill man beheads foreigner in Tema. I know, gory. Beheads foreigner in Tema. Tragic story. And we're talking about this very same thing, mental health concerns and the challenges they posed just last week on Sunday breakfast. Very, very tragic to read this morning that a mentally ill man has beheaded a foreigner in Tema. Ghana secures 80 million education boost through the landmark partnership with Skill Consortium. And Baumia has been speaking again. He says the 50 million bill set to prevent Wontumi's timely release, raising concerns about Ghana's or the government, or let me say the security agencies' willingness to release the Ashanti region MPP chairman. So these are the big stories on citinewsroom.com.
Okay, I have channel1news.com. The one, as I always say, is the digit 1. Channel1news.com. So the stories you'll find. Citi FM Foundation celebrated as media champion at MTN Heroes of Change. Wontumi runs to High Court over 50 million Ghana City bail terms. Minority questions Ghana's WTO fisheries deal. We'll use every legal route to get Wontumi out, Harina Mohammed says. So remain calm as we secure Wontumi's release, Baumia urges MPP supporters. Other stories you'll find. GTech issues final warning against use of honorary doctorate. Wontumi not on hunger strike, according to his lawyer. Plane carrying Liberian president involved in landing scare. EC police collaborate on Ablekuma North results declaration plans. Government allocates 22 million Ghana cedis for rehabilitation of forts, and castles. Life is improving in Nigeria, that's according to President Tinubu. Refocus on solving national issues, not political intimidation, upon Kuma tells government. Interior Ministry declares Friday, June 6, public holiday for Eid al-Adha. And Planning Committee rallies Guineans for National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving.
Interesting. I saw the video of some of the pastors, inviting the former president, John Ajokun Kufuor, at his private residence in Peduase. So we'll see how that particular story goes. But let me bring you the Daily Graphic Weekend Special, then maybe we can delve into some of the big stories. Commuters cry over potholes on Kaneshi Kasua Highway. Others, big story. Also here, diasporan investor pleads for justice after farm attack. Story on page 13. And on the back page, sports, how Ghana's young guns lit up the Unity Cup. It comes with a photograph of Coach Otto Addo and some Black Stars players. Really interesting performance by the young crop, especially Christopher Barbonsu, who really stood out in that particular game. So we'll see how the Unity Cup fares as a couple more games are.
They didn't take that game seriously. But they don't know that anytime we meet Nigeria,
it's a serious matter. It is not even like...
There's no friendly game between Ghana and Nigeria. Everything is a serious match.
I completely feel you on this.
GhanaWeekend.com, some of the stories you'll find there. Citi FM Foundation honored as media hero at MTN Heroes of Change finale. My Grammy nomination has boosted my value. That's according to Guilty Beats. Other stories you'll find. Guilty Beats opens up about humble beginnings in music production. Guilty Beats again, my unique sound helped me break into Nigeria's markets. Emmy Africa opens nominations for 10th awards, unveils anniversary celebrations. We can't ignore Akon's contribution to Afrobeats, that's according to Sarkodie. I met Thames through her manager, Wale, Guilty Beats. I almost quit music in 2015, that's Guilty Beats again. They had an interview, Ghana Weekend had an interview with him, so some of the stories, most of the stories about him. Another one, Guilty Beats confirms King Promise feature on upcoming album. My detention in police cell was a good experience, that's according to Nakoyo. Offset seeks spousal support from Cardi B in divorce filing, can you imagine? And then more stories on GhanaWeekend.com. Dances are music's heartbeat. Why TGMA must celebrate their impact, Fifi Annan writes. Another one, it wasn't because I was a bad boy, Jeffrey Norte on changing senior high schools. Ama endorsed, didn't die from poison. Efia Edionum says so. Ghanaian artist Fantana surviving in the music industry as female artist is easy. Okay.
Yeah. Let me bring you the story about a mentally ill man who has beheaded a foreigner in Tema.
Yeah.
Stories on citynewsroom.com, and it was published yesterday. So residents of Tema have been left in shock following a gruesome incident in which a man believed to be mentally ill allegedly attacked and decapacitated a foreign national. The chilling act reportedly occurred within the Tema township, though the exact location and circumstances surrounding the incident remain unconfirmed at this stage. Eyewitnesses say the suspect was quickly subdued and is currently in the custody of the Harbour Police Station. Preliminary reports indicate that the victim is a foreign national. However, the identity and the nationality of the deceased have not yet been officially disclosed as authorities work to notify the next of kin and complete initial investigations. And that is a story, rather unfortunate news. Last week on the show, like I said, we had a course to discuss mental health challenges, and it brought to the fore a challenge that's become both one, a health concern, and of course a safety risk. Safety in the sense that they become, or some of the patients have become like a nuisance on our streets, right? Where they attack people. In fact, Ajubi, who was in studio to help us go through the discussion, mentioned how somebody she interviewed in the report told her that she has a special cane she uses in chasing away these mentally ill people, right? And despite all of those things, we see or continue to hear reports of how mentally ill persons are still, disturbing people in the streets. And now we have to be met with this rather, shocking story. Our commiserations with the family, and hopefully it's an awakening call, really, on the need to do better as a people when it comes to mental health and helping persons, who find themselves in that kind of situation.
Right. Let me bring our very own story on channel1news.com. Citi FM Foundation celebrated as media champion at MTN Heroes of Change. That story by Emmanuel Opon. The Citi FM Foundation, the corporate social responsibility arm of Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, has been honored at the MTN Heroes of Change Season 7 Grand Finale, receiving recognition in the prestigious Media Heroes category. The accolade, which comes with a 30,000 Ghana cedis cash prize, a plaque, and a citation of honor, celebrates the Foundation's impactful community-focused initiatives that go beyond the traditional role of journalism. The award acknowledges the Foundation's unwavering commitment to addressing societal challenges through targeted interventions in health, education, and disaster relief, among others. At the ceremony, General Manager of Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, Bernard Ablett, reaffirmed the media organization's dedication to using its platforms to drive meaningful change in society. He emphasized that journalism must not only inform, but also inspire action and directly contribute to national development. Joining Mr. Ablett at the event was the Managing Director of Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, Samuel Otamensa, who has also played a key role in advancing the station's CSR efforts. The Citi FM Foundation has spearheaded several impactful projects, including the Help a Christmas Child initiative, which supports underprivileged children during the festive season, and the City Opportunity Project on Education, COPE, which provides scholarships to brilliant but needy students. A notable highlight of the Foundation's recent work includes its leadership in the nationwide relief effort during the Akosombo Dam spillage disaster. The Citi FM Foundation mobilized resources and constructed emergency shelters for displaced families in Mepe and other areas. In addition to housing, the Foundation also established a clinic to provide essential health care services to flood victims, an initiative that brought dignity, stability, and hope to hundreds of affected residents. These interventions exemplify the Foundation's mission to be a force for good through community engagement and empowerment. This recognition from MTN Heroes of Change not only affirms the Foundation's growing influence in the CSR space, but also highlights the critical role responsible media can play in shaping developmental outcome across Ghana. I think we deserve a round of applause. Congratulations to us. Yeah, well done. We deserve it.
Absolutely well deserved.
I remember going to Mepe at dawn to go and we were, grouped into different groups. So some went with Vivian to another part. Charles and I went with Bernard to another part, and we were scattered. I don't know. You weren't. I think you had gone on leave around that time. Or
I was very much present in every Mepe trip.
No, but the very first one you were not with us.
Which was the very first one?
The very first one, we left here Saturday dawn. That was like a week or so after the thing happened.
There are some images of every man.
Yeah, we went to Mepe at dawn. Because if you were with us, you would have been with the Bernard group, I'm sure. So now it was me.
I don't remember what you're referring to, but
the day we wore our Lower Volta relief shirts.
The health one.
We went with health staff as well, but we went with the first batch of lots of items. Jude, you were not included in the very first one that we went. Trust me, I know what I'm saying.
You don't know all the roles I played. For you might know I was an advanced team. You don't even know.
No, you were not with the advanced team. You're not with the advanced team.
I mean, honestly, I don't remember which one you're referring to. But
I'm saying, if you were on that particular trip, you would remember, because it was very, 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 very interesting.
The point is that I'd been to the Volta region just once.
Oh, okay.
Prior to the
like I was saying, we're different groups, and we went with, so we produced CNR from there. I remember that day. There was a health outreach. There were various nations of various parts of the Western region affected. We went to meet some of the children sleeping outside, not even in tents, on the bare floor. So our stuff that we took to them was a big relief for them. I remember during the evening, everybody left us, literally. It was left with myself, JB, Amos, Charles, Hanson, and we were sitting.
Oh yeah, I think I remember.
Station.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I wasn't part of that
being
one.
bitten by mosquitoes and smelling the urine from the urinal just close to it. But we were still working. We're doing CNR. We had to cut CNR into bits, you know, the Channel 1 newsroom, so that they could get, because if we had exported the whole file together, it would have not gone at 8, and that was the very first story. So I remember very well. It was very interesting. I think Fred did a yeoman's job, Fred and Charles, yeoman's job. They were like going to Volta region every single day to report on those, the floods and all of that. And I'm glad that at least, but I think we should also thank our listeners and our viewers, because they helped us a lot.
Yeah.
They helped us a lot. And all the contributions that came in the form of cash, in the form of clothing, food, cement, iron rods, every single person who donated to this worthy cause. You deserve an applause. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. I said before that, I said that you've been ready. But we call on you. We know that you'll answer us. So thank you very much for supporting a worthy cause. And may God bless you and replenish you. And whatever you lost or whatever you gave, and may you continue to do more when we call on you. That's it. That's it. We murder you. What other stories do you have?
Like they say, like that, I can't say one from. That's what you see when somebody, you know, has has spoken the thing.
Well, yeah.
You know, amazing. Like I was saying, I had been to the Volta region just once prior to the dam spillage, and in the space of like 2 weeks, I'd been there like 4 or 5 times already. You know, so it was incredible the amount and the effort, you know, you put to it. Somebody in the Volta region, I remember Amepe told me when we went to commission the health facility there, that if this was the kind of approach government would have adopted, not only to address the spillage like we saw, but other, you know, challenges that, you know, confronted the country, other disasters that confronted the country, would have been better off as a people. You know, clearly drawing the lines between the city style, right, or the city Channel 1 style with regards to how we do things, and of course, government. So shelters were built, you know, clinics were built, relief was sent, you know, and it wasn't just like relief, but like carefully tailored relief items to meet the needs of, you know, and they were so grateful that we were able to do that. So shout outs to the team.
It's unfortunate though that some of them are still living in tents as of now.
Yeah, you know, government promised to tackle the accommodation, right? But of course, we know all of the issues that came up with it. The Works and Housing Minister at the time, you know, assured that was going to take 2 weeks. It's been months, even not years now, you know, so hopefully we keep an eye. This government has set up a team to do an inquiry into how all of this even started at the first place, right? Because a lot of people within the space, some of the engineers are of the view that if it was a controlled spilling or we paid a little more attention to it, we wouldn't have gotten to this point where homes were. I went there like at the peak of it. I went there when the finance minister went to, you know, took a team of journalists to go there. You know, it was incredible, some of the areas, like houses were literally submerged. So it's good that government has taken that directive, set up a committee. It will be interesting to see what their findings are. But very importantly, beyond assessing the challenges and also help to bring relief and also to restore some of these communities to full capacity again in terms of their productivity outcomes, their economic activities that used to happen in all of those areas. Another important point is that government should find a way to make sure this doesn't happen again. So we'll be keeping a close eye on all of that work to ensure that it was a one-off thing and we don't see any of it again. I know Sam George, he has been in the news a lot. You know, the member of parliament for Ningo Pram Pram, but he's been in the news because he's communications minister. You know, he talked a lot. He was a very vocal voice, or he was a very vocal person during the previous administration. He would barely let the minister at the time, Esla, you know, get away with anything. You know, and I think that in a lot of ways, that pressure has now turned, you know, with Ghanaians demanding affordability of data on their phones and their devices. So this headline says, improved service quality by December or face heavy fines. Sam George warns telcos. This story is on the citynewsroom.com by Letitia Osei. Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations, Samuel Nate George, has issued an ultimatum to Ghana's mobile network operators, warning them to significantly improve the quality of their services by December 31, 2025, or face severe financial penalties, a portion of which will be directly compensate affected customers. The warning came during a high-level meeting on Friday, 30th May 2025, with the chief executive officers and the technical teams of the country's major telecom providers, MTN, Telecel, and Airtel Tigo. I can't even believe that these are the options we have, but you don't mean not.
Oh, you want more options?
Of course. Yeah. The minister criticized the persistent poor service experienced by subscribers, particularly in expanding urban centers and key regional towns, despite significant infrastructure investments. We are not doing sentiment, we are doing engineering. Sam George said, adding that if you have infrastructure in place, but your service is poor, you must begin to take regulatory action. The meeting also featured a presentation by the National Communications Authority based on the performance assessment in 48 localities across the country. So that's it basically. Sam George is on record to have said that the past administration, of course, led by the sector minister Esla, poorly implemented the SMP, you know, policy, which made MTN, or which described MTN as a significant market player. And, you know, that, of course, came along with its own challenges. And of course, people are not taking any of that. They are saying that, see, you talked a lot, now you're in the place. Show action, you know.
I saw a whole trend on Twitter under his post.
Yeah, and, you know, he's on record to have also said that people think that by the stroke of his pen, he can significantly reduce data costs, right? But there are videos and there are other comments attributed to him in the past suggesting that the previous administration could have done that. So they are like, you know, we are not taking any of that.
Yeah.
You know, so it'll be interesting. Of course, the MTN CEO, Stephen Blewett, MTN Ghana CEO, Stephen Blewett was there. The Telecel Ghana CEO, Mohammed Gada, was also there. And the AT CEO, Leo Skalatos, was also there. They all had like their say.
I feel like, right, if you leave Accra to other parts of the country, access to internet is so bad. Even a normal call. So when I get to Kumasi
Kumasi too.
I promise you, when I get to Kumasi, my MTN, like it is not even LTE anymore. Like it drops. Like even to load one picture can take forever. Sometimes it's very annoying in parts of Kumasi. In other areas, it's okay. Your Vodafone will work, but your MTN won't work. Your MTN is okay, but your Vodafone... it's very stressful.
Yeah. Rich woman problems.
It's not rich woman problems.
You have two
it's not,
big...
It's not rich woman problems. It's annoying. I was trying to do a Zoom call.
And we use Airtel to go there.
This week with what's his name? Dr. Lai. And he was just at Koforidia. He was doing a training on Mpox. And the Zoom was not zooming. The network was terrible. He'd speak at one point, he'd freeze, and to use that for, you know, news,
TV,
it doesn't cut it. So
wow.
it's very, I'm happy he's spoken to them, and I hope something is done because it's very frustrating. There have been reports from some of our correspondents in the north where people have to climb trees or stand on buildings just to make a simple phone call at this time in 2025. Come on. I think we can do better, and I'm glad that he's taken the initiative, and I hope that he holds them to his words, to the sanctions.
Users are they build such a resilient spirit, you know. And I
Really?
have so much. I'm telling you, I have so much respect for anybody that is a Totigo because it will test.
It'll test your patience.
And if you're a Christian, it will test the fruit of the spirit at work in you. It will shake you to the core. It will test your self-control. It will test your love. It will test your faithfulness. It will test your calmness.
Why?
It will test your kindness.
Is it that bad? Is it that bad?
Even the to go money aspect of the business.
Right. Sometimes it doesn't work.
You know, you go here. Oh, I want to drop 1,000 cedis. So they don't even. You know, the vendors themselves, they've given up on to go users.
So they don't have money for 80 users.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. All right, let me bring the story from the Mirror. Exercises turn Ayumensa Peduase stretch into dumping ground. A bit of the story reads, the picturesque 110-kilometer stretch from Ayumensa near Accra to Peduase Lodge in the eastern region has been turned into a dumping site. The stretch used to be a sight to behold, for which reason the vicinity attracted many to settle on the hills. The location also attracted lots of people who took advantage of the steepness, clean air and serenity to converge on the hills on weekends to exercise. Visits by the Mirror to the area, however, confirmed that patrons of the Keep Fit, aside from using the stretch for athletics, end up soiling the environments with empty plastic bottles, sachets, and other waste materials when they refresh themselves after their activities. The habit has therefore turned the entire shoulder of the Ayumensa to the Peduase Lodge section of the road into an eyesore. For instance, the Mirror observed that a section close to the Peduase Lodge, including a drain, was choked with plastic waste. Similarly, the junction opposite the Peduase Lodge, which also leads to the residence of former President John Ajekumkofo, was also littered with lots of plastics. There were also no dustbins along the stretch. Expressing concern about the littering, a resident of Peduase, Ms. Anima, appeared to ask the authorities to take bold and deliberate action to ensure the area was always clean. Have you ever done the 110-kilometer walk or jog up the Peduase? Don't worry, I haven't done it either.
Agree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
up the Peduase stretch.
Oh, yeah, a couple of times.
All the 110.
I didn't jog.
All the one. Okay, you didn't jog.
I was bricks walking. I was supposed to be jogging, but at the point I had to sometimes say walking is good. So I changed from jogging to walking.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So apparently people have been littering. I guess
Yeah,
it doesn't.
people.
I know it doesn't even hold water. If there's no bin, I'm sure you can hold your bottle all the way to the top till you find a bin to dispose it. But just throwing it into the...
It's not even true that there are no bins, because I quite recall a couple of bins. Maybe they are not enough, but to say there are no bins,
overflowing, or nobody
probably,
empties the bin.
Probably.
But that's still no excuse. If you travel outside Ghana, Ghanaians will drink water and hold it till they find an appropriate bin and dump it in. But when it comes to Ghana, they just throw it away. It doesn't make sense. If you can do that elsewhere, you can do that in Ghana. Hold your bottle, your sachet, whatever it is, till you find an appropriate place to dump it. Leave it in your car if you have to, but to throw it into the environment, because plastic takes a long time to disintegrate. I mean, come on. We're fighting plastic pollution and every other thing. You can't do that. There's something they call Accra by night, also along that stretch.
Where people go and park their cars and they're just
doing their things there.
People who do that, they don't have problem.
That's little space. You said they don't have problem.
It's two things. It's either you don't have problem, or
what? Or what?
Or your problems are way too much. So you want a place as an outlet.
I think it's a nice place to go sit and just look at the cluttered lights of Accra and enjoy.
For what?
The breeze.
To do what?
It's nice.
Oh, please.
It's relaxing.
You don't have problem.
Hey, dude.
If you have
Would you like to change your mindset? I'll take you there. Just go sit there. You don't even have to talk. Just sit there.
And do what?
And relax.
You put
and watch the lights.
You put mosquito repellent on yourself.
There's no mosquitoes up
there.
there.
There are no mosquitoes there.
There are no mosquitoes up there, trust me.
You'll be sitting in
your car. And the smell is different.
The smell is different.
No, you won't sit in your car.
You'll be standing there.
You get out and you can decide to relax in your car or the ledge there and just watch the cluttered lights of Accra.
So that what?
You are relaxing your mind. Were you not here at the mental health talk yesterday? Yes. It's an avenue to relax your mind.
What happened?
All the stresses of Accra, leave it in Accra.
And go to
Come and just relax a little. It's nice. It actually is very nice.
We'll see. Maybe I'll try one of these.
Yeah,
days.
you should.
I
think
it's a good
it's
idea.
nice. It's nice, but I mean, what I was trying to say is that they've also started littering that little space, and so if people have started complaining, I think authorities should do something about it. All right. Do you have any stories? Let's go.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that's it. All the big stories. I
So
wanted
that's
to
you wanted
bring
to
but yeah, I think it speaks for itself. Commuters crab at potholes on Kaneshi Castle. I've used that stretch a couple of times. It's beyond
Potholes
terrible.
everywhere.
It's crazy.
I think it's one of the things that Regional Minister mentioned, aside the lights, that she'll be working on. So let's hope that she does it quickly. But we'll be going on a short break. Do not touch your remote. We'll be right back with one of our favorite segments on the show, What's Happening?
Some movies change the world, and you'll find them elsewhere. And Let Movies 4 is just in it to change your mood. Great. Yes, I can. Oh, I'm so excited. They turn an ordinary night into something
Awesome.
Make you laugh louder, smile bigger, and feel like a kid all over again.
Yay! This is gonna be so much fun.
The only thing our movies are seriously serious about is making you happy. All month long. On Mnet Movies 4 for the easy, cheesy, silly, funny, snort laugh classic movies of your life.
The Ghana Traditional Council, on behalf of the entire Ghana state, announces the annual ban on drumming and noise-making as part of the sacred rites leading to the Homo Festival.
Ghana mamu, Timfe anale, akeshe, imlae ni ko wogma dumo, wongmehe, wakusuni, wakabachuni,
The ban across the Ghana state will take effect from Monday, May 12th to Thursday, June 12th, 2025. However, Osu, La, Teshi, Nungwa, Tema, Boom, Pram, and Ningo traditional areas will observe their bans separately, with dates to be announced by their various councils. During this period, all visitors are required to comply with the following regulations. Religious activities to be confined within premises without the use of external loudspeakers, no drumming, clapping, or use of musical instruments in public places, no roadside evangelism or street preaching with loudspeakers. There will be no funeral or burial ceremonies within this period up until the 20th of June 2025. This practice is not only a cultural tradition, but also protected under the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, ensuring the preservation of our customs and identity. A dedicated task force, in collaboration with the Regional Security Council, Metropolitan, Municipal and District Assemblies, as well as the Ghana Police Service, will strictly enforce compliance. We urge all residents, institutions and visitors to respect this sacred tradition as we uphold our cultural heritage and foster social harmony. Nyacha, Nyo Manyaba.
Yo, Green, you no go job. You look unhappy and seem to be in pain.
I have this long-standing well at my anus and it keeps coming and going. I feel sick and so uncomfortable, bro.
Have you taken into consideration going to the hospital?
I've been to several hospitals and they keep telling me the same thing. They said it's anal fistula. I have to undergo a surgery. I'm scared I might not be able to hold my stool if I do this surgery.
Wait, have you considered seeing a proctologist?
Which one is that? What, do we have proctologists in Ghana here?
Bro, we have a lot of them. They are being trained every time.
Where can I?
Charlie.
An anal fistula is an abnormal tract which connects the inner part of the anus to the skin around the anus. As long as this tract persists, there will be a recurring boil around the anus. A proctologist is the one credited with excellent outcomes of surgery of anal fistula. Laser and ligature anal fistula surgeries are the modern methods with very low recurrence rates.
Visit Muntaba Hospital and Coloproctology Center today or call us. Muntaba Hospital, First Ghana Colorectal Center, in to serve a peculiar health need.
Brand new on DSTV. When a nominee to the Supreme Court dies, his family begins to suspect foul play.
Dad knew that he was in trouble.
Hollywood's darkest scandals are exposed in this gripping 6-part documentary series.
You have violence, fraud, homicide.
And a rich and powerful family is thrown into turmoil when a young woman claims to be the owner's illegitimate daughter.
You have another daughter.
Stay connected to everything new on your home of entertainment, DSTV.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV with myself, Chu Duncan, and of course, Eno Safo is here with me as well. Just gone by the news review segment, we brought you some of the big stories, especially from the past couple of days, Thursday up until this morning. Of course, Wuntumi and his woes. It's got a lot of people talking. A big issue later after this show, we delve a lot more into the details of some of the stories we discussed here today. But for now, we move to a very interesting part of the show where we literally get to tell you all the really exciting events happening in a location very close to you. I'm talking about the What's Happening segment right here on Breakfast Daily Weekend. I look at the lineup of events happening, I'm like, Ghanaians, they like enjoyment. I'm telling you, I was talking to our colleague Charles,
Owusukumi,
who covered very extensively the Wuntumi arrest, right? And he mentions to me that, of course, once the MPs came there, was got busy, but some way, somehow, a group of Ghanaians,
people to have a way to have fun,
turned it into a Soloku jam. Soloku.
I don't even when we go on demonstrations, we are in our red armbands. We have some Soloku band in there somewhere.
Doing their own thing. Whilst the chairman was in Yoko, wherever, saying, "Mo bejimio, MPP4." He said, "I'm minting, he was pouring out his heart. So people were on the streets doing Soloku. And for me, I've always said that Ghanaians will always find a humor in every situation. So it was interesting to note. The Agri Fair 2025 is happening.
Right.
On the 20th to 22nd of June 2025. For many years running, a lot of the events we do here at Channel 1 TV and Citi FM has been like a day's event. Yakwa 2. The only time I thought we'll probably extend it to like 3 days because the holiday came close to just recently ended Back to Your Village Food Festival. Even that one was still 2. But for some reason, and I believe out of good reason, is the fact that the Agri Fair is a 3-day event because of its significance and its importance, right? Just not for households, but for businesses in general, and the potential it has to, help bridge that agricultural gap and make it a very, very, fruitful venture.
I like that, fruitful.
Because a lot of the times we've been doing agriculture, we've done it a lot, but a lot of people who've been doing it have been doing it the wrong way. So we've not been able to maximize the full benefits. Some of them, of course, do it well. They're able to export, they're able to get all of the benefits. But at the end of the day, you realize that there are certain, we've not fully cracked the code. So they do it, but there's just like, along the line, there's just something missing. And that something can sometimes become, it looks very little, but it's so significant in how, or whether or not you become an international brand, or you're just for local demand. And we are saying that we have the land here, we have the human resources here, we have the... And I think gradually we are getting that interest really in the sector. So this is just right for all of the persons all persons who are farmers, who are innovators, who are business leaders within the agri sector, right? To come and let's explore, how do we, take it the next step? Already you are being told that the gold board is working magic for our currency, but it's important to also diversify our exports. Because if it's only cocoa, and cocoa took a major hit in 2022, right? We knew of the challenges with regards to smuggling, challenges regards to galamsey, which a lot of cocoa farms were being scattered all over for galamsey. We know the challenges with regards to the swollen shoot diseases, and even the EU regulation that sought to limit how far we could have exported our cocoa if issues with regard to child labor and all of those things were identified in cocoa producing areas. So all of these issues,
I know that things
took a hit on our cocoa.
That because of galamsey, we faced a ban on certain goods to European countries and other countries. I've forgotten the name of that policy though, but beyond galamsey was also all of those child labor issues, right? So if a farmer goes to the farm, but I see those things, there were cultural aspects to the conversation, right? So for example, if you help your child, Beyonce and Rihanna, Blue Ivy, who is Beyonce's, she's paying her.
She's paying her.
Yes.
Is the mother the cocoa farmer not paying the school fees of their
No, that's school fee. No, that's your duty as a parent. And but the
point is that it is a cultural, and I don't want us to digress, but it's cultural.
Perfectly.
It's cultural.
But
so you can't say that. In the scheme of things, even worse,
get paid.
The child dancing with the mother to grown adults who we are not even sure some of them are fantasizing.
But that's on you.
I'm coming.
That is on you.
No, but it is irresponsible on the parents' part
to
unnecessarily expose the child like that.
How's the child unnecessarily exposed? She's not gyrating. She's not doing any of the things.
Don't you see some of the things that she does on stage? But that's not even the point. The point is that if a child is able to go and dance with their mother on stage to a crowd of thousands, right? And somebody is helping the mother on the cocoa farm. The two are the same.
They're not.
They are completely the same.
They're not.
There's no discrepancy whatsoever.
Are you being paid on the cocoa farm? Your parents will tell you that I don't know, do trial fees. It's not the same thing.
No, but
it's not the same thing.
That our
the law is there. Yes, I get it. I help my mother in the shop.
What does the law say?
I help my mother in the shop. I'm not complaining. Exactly. I mean, I could have been paid, but I'm not complaining.
So that should be the
point.
But
I'm saying that when it comes to child labor, you cannot compare it to Beyonce's child dancing on stage with their mother.
Child labor is a very huge concept.
Yeah.
So we need to narrow it down.
Yeah.
And of course, we are saying that there are certain limits to which, of course, it's a line we shouldn't cross. If the child has to work so much that it's beyond what the human body or the child's body can do.
Or it even impacts their education.
Exactly. If it also prevents the child from access to education, that is a problem. But the point is that wako school abano awutifieno. So how do you want your mother to take how do you want the family to take
if it's over the weekend, fine.
Let's not follow some.
It's not a foreign thing.
It's a foreign concept.
It's not a foreign concept.
It's just a foreign concept. It's a foreign concept that is alien to us.
It is not.
We grew up in the family. We grew up in the family system. The family system requires that each member of the family has a role to play. The child has a role to play in that they are to support.
No one is saying that.
So you have to go to the farm.
No one is saying don't go to the farm. No one is saying you cannot do any of those things.
You will do it.
But if you do it to the detriment of your health, the detriment of your education, the detriment of your social upbringing and everything, then that's child labor. And besides, child labor are extreme circumstances, extreme situations, especially when children have to dive into lakes to go and bring out nets.
Please, don't do this.
Are you being serious right now?
Don't do this. The point
you're coming to banter this one.
There's no banter. I'm just saying that sometimes we follow very blind as a people and try to copy certain, cultures.
Are you saying that child labor is good?
My point is that, of course, once it impacts the child education, you draw the line and you say that it's a no-no. But as to a point, and we know the family system here in Ghana.
No one is saying we don't have those things.
To the point
but
where
we have both agreed upon, and I think we should leave it there. When it impacts your education, your livelihood,
but I'm saying that those people who are saying that outside, right?
They're talking about the extremes.
Oh, please. Why? We see
if a child is sold to somebody to go and work with on river, whatever, the Volta River, and you're diving into water at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. to go and bring out a net. That's child labor.
No,
even if it's your parents who takes you there at that dawn, it's child labor. What are you talking about?
I'm coming. I'm making the, take your time and listen to me and try to understand what I'm saying.
I will not understand what you are saying. Let me tell you that. I can tell you that right now. That I will not understand what you are saying.
It's important, and this is the final thing I'm saying. It's important that we draw the line. And we've drawn the line, right? And the point I'm trying to make to you is that the way our family systems is built, right, is completely different from. And you see, I don't want to say certain things on air, but we know how some of these foreign countries operate, right? What's their interest in how our cocoa is grown? Why do we not see certain things that happen in the country? Do we
they don't rely on you.
I'm coming. So it is our challenge. Yes. We've put ourselves in this place. So we'll take ourselves out, right? So I admit that. But we see some of the things that happen in that country. Do we not see the gun violence in the US? Has anybody come to tell them that they shouldn't do their education in a way, or should they? You see, so the point is that they are not the ones to dictate to us how we should run our country or how our cocoa farms how our cocoa should be produced. Of course, we agree. We don't need to destroy our environment to do galamsey. That is a problem. Children need to be in school. So if they are in school, we'll say it out. But at the end of the day, it's each family for itself, right? And how the family deems fit. But of course, like I said, accepting the part of the argument which you've made, which suggests that once certain boundaries are crossed, then we need to look at it. But at the end of the day, it is a family thing, and the family will decide how for them their system work. And we see it a lot of the time. If you close from school and your mother says sit at the shop with her, is it child labor?
No one is saying that's child
labor.
But
that is how they characterize it outside.
That's not how they characterize it.
I know what we listen to them.
The thing.
We listen to them.
We listen
to them.
Someone here says I agree with you. They're all the same from Simon Psychofredo. But anyway, all we're saying is that come to our Agri Fair. the biggest exhibition and sale of fresh farm produce in Ghana.
Let me make my point. I was talking about the need for export diversification, right? I've said that now we are crediting Gold Board or government is forcefully trying to position Gold Board as part of the reasons why the city is doing well. That's great. But what if the gold prices on the international market begin to dip? What do we do, right? Cocoa used to be our savior for many, many years. It's still our savior. But of course, like I started saying, the challenges within the sector, almost brought it to its knees. We saw the lowest cocoa production in 70 years, I think somewhere last year. So it's about time we grew beyond what gold and cocoa can offer. There's so much more we can do within the agri sector, right? Our food, the foods we produce, the way we go about our livestock rearing, right? There's so much we can do to scale up agriculture in a way that it becomes a very export attractive sector. I don't want to mention brands, but look at Blue Skies. Look at, for example, a Kumfi juice. Recently, when Ghana played Nigeria, I saw a section of Ghanaians in the stands who are taking a Kumfi juice to the stadium. Exactly.
To the UK.
So
I've never drank a Kumfi juice before.
You see, the point is that if it's on the shelf, how is that different from other brands like Welch? Somebody said to me that, Charlie, in fact, Calipo over Welch. And I was on at the end of the day, like we've been saying a lot on this show, taste is acquired, right? And once you go through the requisite standards required to produce the product, if it meets international certifications, you are good to go. So we need to support, right? And Blue Skies is a good example of what can be. So is a Kumfi juice, and the Kumfi is even like there's a political angle to it.
Is it Menso? Bishop.
The Sobolo.
Yeah, the Sobolo in that the packaging
the
is
locals, we
amazing.
say Sobolo, then the DBs, you say Anyway.
No, that's what's written on it. I'm just mentioning what is written. Simple. It is not. That is not what is written on it. I'm mentioning the name.
I don't have a problem. Yeah, Kaneshi, you won't say Bisa. You say Sobolo. So I understand. So, just to wrap up finally, I'm just saying that export diversification is the way. Government needs to pay attention to it. And, of course, one of the key sectors that can help us achieve this is the agriculture sector. I like the fact that government decided to tie agribusiness as an industry to the trade ministry. So you innovate, you build, you create. The trade ministry will support in taking the products out. And I'm sure that, in 2, 3 years, 4 years, if we keep at this, we'll be better as a country. We saw it with Citi Channel 1. We've done it before. It's not something that is new to us. We took on the Eat Ghana, Eat Local rice.
Yeah. And
personally, it stuck with me. I get a lot of people also saying that, all we eat in our house is local rice. You can imagine what it's doing for the local, So let's keep at it. Let's support our own. And with time, we'll begin to maximize the gains.
So come and shop for your family, friends. A4 Sutherland Children's Park on the 20th to the 22nd of June 2025, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. You can call 0205-973-973 for further information. Remember, it's free entry. Come with a pocket full of cash, a basket, or a pickup, and come and buy as many as you can. Thanks to our amazing sponsors, Exim Bank Ghana, Legacy Corp Initiative, and Development Bank Ghana. Thank you so much. As usual, we want more sponsors if you can. So call that number, 0205-973-973 for further information. Right. What else do we have?
Yes, so an interesting event, and this is the waves. Is it what? Babes to waves?
Waves and babes.
Waves and babes.
Waves and babes.
Yeah, but
So, waves, beach.
Waves as in beach, exactly.
It says that it's a Hawaiian experience caught between a wave and a wild time.
Yeah,
and,
so it's happening in Cape Coast from 10 a.m. today to 7 a.m. How is that even possible? Anyway, so if you are in and around Cape Coast and you need to distress and catch a good time, you can.
10 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Yeah. And Cape Coast has some of the really nicest beaches. After the Volta region, I think Cape Coast, the beaches in Cape Coast is next.
Are they still white? I haven't been to a beach in Cape Coast in a very long time.
There's this beach at Apom.
White Sands.
Quite pristine.
White Sands?
I don't know the name. I've forgotten the name, honestly.
There's a White Sands beach along that stretch. It's white.
Yeah.
That's the name, White Sands. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so, a good way to release the stress.
But 10 a.m. to 7 a.m.
I'm sure it's for party lovers. You have to be a party.
Or you go small, you come back, or maybe the 10 a.m. people won't be there. And then they'll start moving into around 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m. and then party till the next morning. That I understand. But 10 a.m. to 7 a.m., that's crazy. That is crazy. But I mean, like you said, party lovers.
Hello. So that's with waves and babes. What do men really want?
What do men really want?
We just want peace of mind, to enjoy it, and the accounts will say asumje. You don't want stress.
You don't want stress, but people like stressing.
That's not true.
Really?
Yeah.
If you do a poll right now, the women will say one thing, the men will say another.
Men just want peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
They want calmness, right? Because life is already very difficult, so you can't add to the stress. That's what I think. Anyway, so JN Wood, I hope I got it right, or JNO Wood Empire Studios and Platinum Recreations Limited presents a movie titled "What Do Men Really Want?" It's happening in all available cinemas in the country. Accra One, West Hills Mall, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Twice, but really exciting.
What do men really want? You know, I don't think people really ask that question a lot. It's mostly what do women want? And they'll come and bring, there's this meme where there's this huge book, like bigger than an encyclopedia, that this is what women want.
Yeah, I've seen that around.
You've seen that one?
Yeah.
So people don't normally ask that question, what do men really want? It's always what do women want? So this will be an interesting, is it a movie? Yeah, interesting one to watch.
Wow. Global water dancers join us for a heartfelt community-rooted gathering, starting with a hands-on beach cleanup where art and advocacy flow as one. And they say that this intimate session will bring together local dancers, spoken word artists, and actors, right, within the drama, dance, and poetry space, all trying to send the one important message on the need to protect our water, right? And it's, it's very important because our water sources are fast, I don't say depleting, but they are fast, becoming contaminated. According to the EPA, if we're not careful, we'll be importing water in like the next 3, 4, 5 years. I thought by now we'll start importing water because Charlie, it's a chaka, oh God.
I mean, I don't have Ghana water flowing through my pipes. So I don't remember the last time I turned on my pipe and Ghana water was flowing through.
Charlie, this country, you're going to be...
well...
some way.
I won't even vouch for it, but there's hope. And there's hope.
How are you so greedy to the point that you'd mine very indiscriminately so much that now water people drink? You don't even care if it's polluted. It's not even common sense. Anyway, so I like that
water
we are channeling energy into trying to send a very important message.
Is that Ga? Is it Nu Jiwala?
Yeah, water is life.
Did I pronounce it properly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nu is water, G is obviously, and life is Wala. So yeah.
So they said they're going to be traditional and contemporary dance pieces that tell the story of water's role in our lives. There'll be other shorts, dramas that illustrate the impact of pollution and our power to act. And there'll be open mic reflections to share your own water-wise ideas. Water-wise ideas, I like that. And it's happening today. They're going to clean the Shutter Beach at Jamestown. Is that the beach behind the Independence Arch, or? I
have no idea. At Jamestown Beach, Jamestown is very close to the
They said that's not it, but anyway, it's happening today.
Oh. So they say join the movement, let's save our water. I fully endorse this, because of the message behind the program. I know.
Okay, so the Shutter Beach is behind the Usher Fort.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. All right.
Back in school, did you ever join the AFS?
No.
You know the AFS, right? American Field Service. Oh, it was a really popular, they used to do all of those things.
They were in schools?
Yeah, they used to play like the Girls Guide and the Boys Brigade, but, some were very different. It was in senior high schools. There was one in Accra, though.
Right.
Even though I wasn't an active part of it. So, but this AFS actually is the African Film Society, I beg your pardon. And the Disco Africa screening by AFS is happening when, I don't see the date here, but May 31st. No, that's today.
That's today.
Yeah, so the doors open at 6 p.m., but the screening will start at 7 p.m. Yeah, so African Film Society. I thought it was the American Film Society, but anyway. So it's a 20-year... It tells the tale of a 20-year-old Safari miner that is forced to return home after an unforeseen tragedy. Once home, he must contend with the undeniable corruption of his country, his loyalty to those he cares for, and his grief, while doing his best to balance it. He said the undeniable corruption of his country. Anyway, so it makes an interesting read. And I think we can finally end with the Rep Your Jersey. So the Team Spirit Showdown happening today at the Mustin Beach Resort in Kokrobite. So I think they'll be showing the Champions League final as well, right, between PSG and Inter Milan. So it's 11 a.m. There'll be a lot of fun-packed activities up until the time where the final of the UEFA Champions League will be shown. So yeah, if you're in and around Kokro Bite, you can just, and you love your football, you have your jerseys, this is the place to be later today at 11 a.m. all the way up until the evening.
What time does the game start, though?
Hey, am I seeing, or is it kissing competition?
Yeah.
Charlie, you have to be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, but
I'm not sure
I'm sure it's a different game. You know, it's not what I think.
It's not what you're thinking.
It can't be. It just can't be. So there'll be Lulu, there'll be tag of war, there'll be football, there'll be a worry, pick and act, there'll be cards, and another exciting lineup of activities. Anyway, so that's the whole thing. You know, Charlie, I think my standout event is still the
Agri Fair. Yeah.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So we hope that.
What's
the number for the Agri Fair?
0205 973 973. 0205 973 973.
Yeah, so it's open for everyone.
Yes.
But
if you come and buy a car, you come and let's chew chinchinga.
Yeah, you know. But if you're a vendor, you want to exhibit, you want to be an exhibitor at the fair, you need to call and make prior arrangements because we need to know what you're bringing and make necessary the space.
And let's hammer again that this is not the fair for people. Packaged foods. This is fresh.
Yeah.
Packaged foods will do that at the This is Ghana. So, yeah.
So it's right from the farms to
your table.
Amazing. Wow, that's all time allows for the What's Happening segment. When we are back, we have an exciting interview for you right here on Breakfast Daily Weekend. Don't go away.
Calling all farmers, agribusinesses, and innovators, this is your chance to shine. Channel 1 TV invites you to exhibit at Agri Fair 2025, one of Ghana's largest agriculture exhibitions. From Friday 20th to Sunday the 22nd of June, the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra will come alive with the very best from Ghana's agribusiness sector. Are you a farmer with fresh produce of any kind? Be it crops, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture, or you're a supplier of agro inputs and processing machinery? This is your platform to connect with the world. Agri Fair 2025 is more than an exhibition. Showcase your fresh produce, share your expertise and experience, and grow your business. So, to all farmers with fresh produce, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture products, come, sell, network, and expand your business. Agri Fair 2025, where culture meets innovation. Register now to secure your spot. Call us on 0205 973 973. Come one, come all. Enjoy the freshest farm produce at unbeatable prices. And treat yourself to sizzling kebabs made from beef, mutton, pork, chicken, and more. Great taste, great value. Don't miss out. The Agri Fair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, and Development Bank Ghana.
This June, the business wave is back and it's bigger than ever. The City Business Festival 2025 on Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, where it's all about business. This June, we will be celebrating Ghanaian businesses, re-examining our business modules and practices through our business fora, and sharing knowledge through our on-air business discussions. Make a business date with the on-air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 Citi FM and 10 a.m. on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. From expert interviews to real-world insights to the tools you need to grow. Don't miss a single moment this June. It's the Citi Business Festival 2025, celebrating everything business. Only on Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. Your business, your future, your time is now. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and let's grow together. The Citi Business Festival 2025, celebrating everything business.
The Citi Business Festival 2025 is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, and it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN Business, and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited.
You're welcome back to Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. Up next, we're about to have a conversation on an original theater, The Wedding. So it's an original stage drama by Tema Theater Factory. And joining me in studio is Elum Ajaho, founder and executive director of Tema Theater Factory, and Marian Dakwa, marketing manager, Alisa Hotels Tema. I haven't been to the Alisa Hotel in Tema yet, so maybe after this I will join you.
Certainly.
You're welcome.
It's a shame you haven't yet.
We've
been there for 3 years.
It's a very big shame.
Some of your colleagues have been there.
I'm sure they have.
Yes.
All right. You're welcome to Breakfast Daily Weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Tell us first about Tema Theater Factory.
All right. So, Tema Theater
And how long
Factory,
have you been in existence?
Under the name Tema Theater Factory since last year,
Okay.
or late last year. But we've existed in different shades and forms, always creating theater, using theater as a vehicle or as a tool for building capacity, developing talent within a community. So Tema Theater Factory, TTF, we like to call it for short, is poised. It's a community-based production company, and we are poised to using theater as a tool to build capacity, develop individuals, and then also build platforms that stimulate economic activity within the community.
And so what brought about the partnership between Tema Theater Factory and Alisa Hotels?
Well, so we are coming up with the first of a kind,
Okay.
the Ever After Fair. Now, the Ever After Fair is a platform we are building to bring families together. We believe that the building blocks of society is the family. If you have the family working, it translates into the bigger community.
Okay.
And so we are building a platform where we can pull people together, couples, people, families, right? And let's talk about things that will help families grow, develop, build, and so on. So one big place we know we could pull this off properly, or a partner that could come alongside us and help us to execute this effectively, is Alisa Hotel. They are, and like you said, it's quite a shame we haven't been to the facility in Tema, but it's a place to visit. It's also a fun place that people actually go to. So we believe it's central. It's easy to locate. It's got the necessary amenities for pulling off such an event.
All right.
And that's why we approached them for such a
So tell us a bit
partnership.
about the Ever After Fair 2025.
All right. So the Ever After Fair is a 2-day fair.
Okay.
It starts on Saturday the 7th of June, with a marriage seminar.
Okay.
We have the Most Honorable Elder Amos Kelvin Annan taking up being the featured speaker. He's going to handle celebrating love and commitment. equipping families and couples with the tools to keep the marriage going, the necessary tools that makes relationship last, the long haul. Following that, we are opening up the vendor fair. So anybody who is into marriage, in the marriage industry, from makeup artists to photographers to event decorators, cake makers or pastry, or what? How do you even call them? Anybody in that space,
Event planners,
designers, florists, jewelers, everybody in that space, yes. So we are inviting all of them. We are creating a platform for them to be able to come showcase what they have, give very exciting discounts to people who are looking for options in that area, and also people planning, considering planning for or going into marriage. So we are opening up a fair. It's going to be a 2-day fair. The fair continues after the seminar, but it also continues on Sunday. So Sunday after church, you can walk in and take a look at the place and see what you can interact with. But the second day, that's the 8th of June, we have the wedding play.
Okay.
Now the play is quite exciting, full of a lot of plot twists and witty dialogue. So it's about an hour to the wedding.
Okay.
Precious and Yawatamaklo and Benadatu Kwame Morrison are getting married. They've been friends for a while. Today is the big day, but they are all both getting cold feet, and now they are beginning to reassess why they are going into this, whether they should go into it, and I mean, what's really waiting for them. They have friends in their camp. Each of them has friends in their camp who is speaking to them, talking into their ears. Some have very, very colorful ideas on marriage and so on. So now it's escalating. The tension is rising. Should they go forward or not? But at the wedding proper, things begin to happen. The cat's out of the bag. A few things are knocked here and there. The interesting thing is the play has 2 different endings. So we don't know which ending will happen on the day. Yeah. So whether they will move forward.
You're just whetting our appetite at this point. Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, it addresses themes of trust, forgiveness, the very tools that we need to keep things going. So we tease out some of these themes and help people to reflect, because it will draw you in and cause you to have some very serious introspection about your life and so on. But we believe that this also translates to how it impacts the bigger community. After the play, however, we have a red carpet romantic dinner. Yes. So it's a weekend pack for couples, for families. Yes. So you can bring your +1, your very beloved, your treasured, and then come to Alisa Hotel. And then come. She's here. She'll tell you how prepared they are to mesmerize. Yeah, so it starts with a seminar in the morning. At the seminar also we will be having some financial literacy training by another bank, a partner. That will be followed by the vendor fair.
I wish Jude was here, because last week we were talking about knowing finances. Is it 2 weeks ago? We were talking about whether it's important for your partners to know each other's finances 2 weeks ago, and it was a heated topic on this very show. Jude says no, you should know your partner's finances. So I like the fact that you'll be teaching finance at this seminar. It's very important. I like it. I know he's listening in the makeup room. He'll come back in here to make a bit of noise. Marian, let me ask you why Alisa decided to partner with the Tema Factory, the Tema Theater Factory.
Thank you. So from what he said, the goals that they have, they approached me, Elom approached me, and I think that Alisa, we like to develop the community that we're in. And we're in Tema, and we had this vision of having a wedding fair at a point, because we have a lot of wedding vendors in Tema. But when Elom approached us, I thought that this is a brilliant idea to give the Tema vendors a platform to also showcase what they have, get people to interact with them, and also, the ideas that he has with the play, very relatable. I mean, a lot of people can relate to, a lot of married people at this point can relate to some of the things that are in the plot of the play. And so we decided that it was a good thing to partner with the Tema Theater Factory. Also, if you've been to Alisa Tema, you know that it's the place for all families in Tema. And like I said, the reasons he gave are just the reasons why we decided to partner with it, with the Tema Theater Factory. And we are hoping that we've worked with quite a number of vendors since we opened, because we want to showcase the Alisa Tema as the preferred venue for all nuptials in Tema. We've had quite a number of weddings since we opened, including mine. It was a beautiful wedding. I mean, I have people who can attest to that. We have beautiful venues. That we have the Alisa Green Gardens, we have the Sky Bar, we have the Meridian Hall, with our newly opened pavilion. Beautiful venues that you can use for weddings in all states and forms, whether small, large events, and so on and so forth. So we want to bring together people, when people are gathered on this day, to also showcase to them the kind of packages that we have for weddings. So we have all-inclusive packages, different levels of them. So people sit back and think, oh, if I go to Alisa, oh, it's going to be so very expensive. And I always tell them, you go and get a venue and pay so much for the venue, rent chairs, rent tables, rent crockery, get a caterer, you're getting decor. The bill just piles up.
It's an all-in-one when you come to Alisa,
and it's just very fragmented.
Right.
But we have packages that are all-inclusive. We have partners, and we are hoping that we will even get build more partnerships at this event with some of the vendors, where you can get discounts on certain
certain packages.
Right. So, for instance, you can get a discount for photography if you're having your wedding at Alisa, or maybe you're getting a discount for the decor, because yes, these people work with us as well, and so we want to build those packages. And at this fair, we are hoping to be able to put that out to the community of Tema.
We've spoken about the play, we've spoken about the venue. Will there be food?
Certainly.
Okay.
You can't come to Alisa and not have food.
Is it free, or do we have to
So
pay
basically,
for it?
where the food comes in, primarily, is after the play.
Okay.
So, like you said, there are two endings to this thing, and we are all looking forward to it. But I'm hoping for the best.
You haven't seen it.
Where the play hasn't been screened yet, but yes, once I'm hoping that for the best, where there's a wedding, an actual wedding, an actual vows being taken, so that we can have a joyous reception. And the reception is what he spoke about. It's at Alisa after the play. Okay. And so people who buy a ticket can also buy a ticket to join the reception.
Okay.
It's always like a wedding reception sort of in Alisa.
Depending on the outcome, or regardless of the outcome.
Regardless of the outcome. You know, have you been to a wedding when the guy was the guy was stood up at the altar or something like that?
Not yet.
Well, so once
the food is already there, no, we have to eat,
right? The food doesn't have to go to waste.
Of course, we'll eat regardless of the outcome.
Regardless of the outcome, yes.
Okay. Where can we get tickets?
All right, so tickets are available at Zoe Temple and Alisa Hotel.
Okay, and how much are they going for?
So for singles, it's 150 cedis for singles for the play. Okay. If you want to see just the play.
The fair?
Yeah, just the play.
Okay, just the play.
So the fair, the marriage fair, and the vendor fair are free to attend.
Okay.
It's free.
Okay.
You don't have to pay anything. You just come, so catered for. Okay. Thanks to Alisa Hotel.
Okay.
And then for the play is happening at Zoe Temple, ICGC, Zoe Temple Community 5. And for single, it's 150 cedis. For double, it's 280. The dinner is 400 single and 780 for double. Yes, but we also want to give a special discount. We have special discount for
people who are buying the two.
Yeah, those who are doing the bundle, both the play and the dinner, and then also for groups, maybe couples fellowships, church groups that want to come together. So they can call the number and
please
arrangements. Yeah, 024-516-1662.
Again?
024-516-1662 or 161662.
I like
and I'm also hoping that people who attend the fair on Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll get special discounts for the plate and for the dinner as well.
What about
so
the seminar? Is the seminar free?
Yes, the seminar is free.
Okay.
And Elder Amos Kelvin Anand is the principal speaker for the day. Yeah.
Right.
So
last words?
we are inviting everybody to come join us at the seminar, at the fair, at the play. The play, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope everybody is too. Yeah. And then the dinner. The dinner is what puts it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Any last
we
words,
look for it.
Yeah, so we are calling Tema to come out for the show.
Only Tema?
No, so Tema in its environment, in its environs. So it's to everybody.
Right.
All right. That's why we've come all the way to Accra to come talk about something happening in Tema. And it's one of the things we want to cure about Tema. It looks like everybody has to come to Accra for anything, but we want to start doing such things in Tema. So after church, there's something to walk to. After school, there is a matinee you can walk in and see, things like that. So this is one of the big things we're doing in Tema. And so we're inviting everybody to come out, come have a very relaxing, very impactful, very enjoying weekend, 7th and 8th of June.
All right. Thank you very much, Ella Marian. We're
Thank
very
you.
grateful.
Thank you
And we'll definitely be there. And Rich, I want to see the outcome of this play. How does it play out to... and you don't know which one is coming. But I want to know, so I'll be there to see the stage drama by Tema Theater Factory. And I wish you well, and I hope that it's a success, and that you come back and do another one.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
All right.
And you partner with us on that one too.
Yeah, and we go bigger.
Because
So
I think we are getting used to working with him. He's quite a creative person.
Right.
I like the fact that there are two endings to the play. That's
I know it beats my imagination because you don't know what you're expecting. Is it two shows or just one?
It's just one
on Sunday.
But it's just one for now.
For now?
Yes,
Okay.
for now.
All right.
So we're inviting everybody to come.
Yeah, the venue where the play is being held is a huge venue.
Okay,
so it can't take the numbers.
It can't take the numbers.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on Breakfast Daily Weekend, and we hope that the outcome is a good one, so that when we eat, we'll be happy and not sad in eating.
We'll have a lot to talk about whilst we are eating.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Yes.
So that was the Tema Theater Factory in collaboration with Alisa Hotel Tema, and they're putting something up, a nice play. You heard about it. If you didn't go on our YouTube channel, or you can... do you have any socials that they can...
Yeah, Tema Theater Factory.
Okay, so
on
you can
all
go
the channels,
on Tema
Twitter,
Theater Factory.
Instagram, TikTok, and even LinkedIn.
Okay, for more information, you can
And
go
Alisa
on the
Hotel
social media,
Tema as
Alisa
well.
Hotels Tema on social media, and then you can get more information on this. We'll be right back with music. You don't want to miss it. Please stay.
Thank you.
Oh, you my da 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 da. Oh, you my da da da. Yeah. Oh, you my da da da. Cool down. Come over me, girl. You got energy. I see the reason why you feeling mad. She give me juice all over my body. Ooh la. She said she see me from a mile away. She wanna ride into my arms one day, and finally she wanna marry me, mama. Shorty be wanting a picture, give me one shot, become my putting my heart and my soul, give me one shot, become my Shorty be wanting a picture, give me one shot, become my putting my heart and my soul on you. Give me one shot, make a maya. Oh, you my da 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 da. Oh, you my da 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 da. Oh, you my da 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 da. Oh, you my da 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 da. Oh, you my 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 da 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 da. You shorty one for me, tight and cutie, and make her put her ring on me, splash and juicy. I love the rhythm, baby, dance to the music, and make them man them they fight on your body. Body on my girl, mamacita. The body make us shout hallelujah. Body overload, only father. Shorty be wanting a picture. Give me one shot, make a Maya. Putting my heart in my soul. Give me one shot, make a Maya. Shorty be wanting a picture. Give me one shot, make a Maya. Putting my heart in my soul. Oh, yeah, my da 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 da. Oh, yeah, my da 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 da. Oh, yeah, my da 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 da. Oh, yeah, my da 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 da. Oh, yeah, my da 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 da. Oh, yeah, my da 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 da. Oh, yeah, my da 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 da. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh. Makume mutofi, baby, be a smile when you give me life. Send me whoop on my story. Oh, oh no, me tibu swana my sorry. Yeah, baby, I'm never gonna let you go. Intimeko, I'm sorry. Oh, 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 yeah. So I'm mama say, oh, don't mama say. Mommy say, oh, don't mommy say, I feel so about me care, oh, don't want me care, oh, don't want me care, oh, don't want me care, my dealer, come quickly, oh no, come quickly, cause my case is decreasing. Kalo, Kalo, my dealer, come quickly. Oh no, come quickly, cause my case is decreasing. Kalo, Kalo, and anytime I find someone to love, she go to me, why yo, and after I give her my everything, she go, take me hard for food, not the bad things not the I man go do, baby, yeah, not the other things I do, not the I man go do, oh, Leka, my healer, I'm born another one for a nigga, I'm a just come my dealer, Leka, my healer, another one for a nigga, I'm a just come my dear, come my dear, baby, come my dear, baby, come my dear, I'm a just come my dear, my dear. My baby, my Valentine, yeah. And girl, now you the making until we reach other eyes. If you leave me, I could die. I swear, you are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest, your love with it torturing me. I am so obsessed. I want to chop your unkopi ule. Your body the wakamishi ule. Opina make us sing ule. Give me love 110. See you didn't make a bad man sing. Oh, oh. $1,000 I could spend for your head. Talk all you want, I don't care what you say, cause your matter. In my go to carry for my head every night. Now you I want to carry to my bed, oh lo lo. Don't tell me no, no, no. Say you can be my partner, never ride you solo. Oh. And you no you need to carry go. I'm feeling what you're doing, oh yeah, baby, carry go, carry go. Lay your body there, my kameshi, I make her single and give me love one day. See you to make a bad person, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. You and I, just the two of us, building castles in the sky, just the two of us. Oh, you and I, what you want to do for love. You tried everything, but you won't give up, baby girl. Heed my word, it's only you got me true for love. What you wanna do?
Welcome back to Breakfast Daily Weekend. Really, calm but really exciting performance from our guest artist Jubert. But just before that, Eno came your way with an interesting conversation with the theater.
Tema Theater Factory.
The Tema Theater Factory. Amazing. But Eno, just before we go or we move to the next conversation, really exciting one. There's good news, right?
Yeah.
Today is the birthday of some really people, some
very lovely people. Should we start in-house or should we start out-house?
Oh, in-house is fine.
In-house is fine. So a very big happy birthday to my very own Akosia Ochre, aka Sugar. As to how she got that name, I do not know. Because sometimes she doesn't taste like sugar. She doesn't even act like sugar.
She's a sweet person.
But Sugar's an amazing person.
The Citi FM and Channel 1 presidential correspondent.
Ajay, our number one, our one and only. Yeah, she's on the thank you tour with the president at the moment. But a big happy birthday to you, Akosia. You do amazing work here,
person.
and she's very passionate about what she does. Another one to Franklina.
If I had like a work sister,
that would be her.
That would probably be Akosia.
That would be Akosia.
But like you're right, sometimes
the sugar is not sugaring, but we still love you like that. Kisses to you, Akosia, wherever you are.
Person,
Have an amazing day. And to Franklina as well, with our sales and marketing department. Also another small but mighty.
Sweet person too. Really. She always has like a really cute little smile. She always will meet you with a smile.
Oje calls her Akete.
I'm not sure about his name choices for people. But yeah, happy birthday, Franklina.
Happy birthday, Franklina.
We love you. We cherish
you. We love you. Thank you for all that you do. I have one here. Happy birthday to Miss Ernestina Kujoto. May God bless you, and I wish you long life with good health from Rachel Annan.
Miss Ernestina Okujeto. Oh, happy birthday. Hope you enjoy the day.
Right. So we're doing entertainment, and joining us, do you see what he's coming with? It's our very own Jeffrey Vivianan. Laptop here.
Is it nothing do my chest? I just be the best entertainment blog out there.
Ghana Weekend. Read this.
No, and have you seen the trend?
I've seen the trend.
Yeah, no, you forgive me. Charlie. Nothing to your chest.
You're just the best.
If you want quality, proper,
factual,
credible, accurate. Oh, Charlie.
Ghana weekend. I like that. I like that. Good morning, Fifi. How are you?
I'm all right. Any banku?
Hey, you so.
I don't know. Me catch you. Me say tea ni dear. Di banku ni we ana you know.
Hey, we're
get into the banku.
I trust you. I trust you. I
so,
trust you.
what's happening?
A lot.
Yeah, despite something.
A lot.
What's happening?
He's having an auto show. He's launching his auto museum, actually. But let me start with the EMI Awards.
Okay.
So you know that, right? You know Kojo Sobo, your good friend. So EMI Africa is 10 years.
Right.
So they celebrated it. Yeah, they celebrated it at the Labadi Beach Hotel. Shout out to Akwesi. He was the camera person with me there. And as part of the 10th anniversary celebration, they've launched an activity outline for the celebration. So there's going to be a press soiree in South Africa, one in Nigeria. There's going to be one in New York City. There's going to be one in London. And if you know the EMI Awards, you know it's sort of awards outstanding individuals. And to me, any award scheme or anything that seeks to project whatever people are doing out there for the rest of the world to see, I think it's a step in the right direction. And I was amazed at what I saw at the celebration. I mean, various stakeholders in the government sector, being the presidential advisor on diaspora affairs was there, KOD, and then media personality, KOD was there. James Gardner was there as well. The tourism minister couldn't be there, but she sent a rep to represent her. And to me, I'm happy to see that the government is supporting individuals like Kojo Sobo who are, you know, putting Ghana on the map. If you've been to the EMI Awards before, you know their setup is top-notch. The organization is top-notch. And so if government comes in and helps push it, I think we are going to go far with it. And we'll be glad that he's a Ghanaian and a Ghanaian orchestrated this whole thing. And so, yeah, that's about the Emmys. Nominations are out, though.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm tipping the president of Ghana to be the man of the year.
Why so?
Oh, he's in there.
Yeah, no, his nominations just got opened.
Okay.
But I'm saying I would nominate him as my man of the year.
Who else?
Why?
Who else is?
Who else are you tipping?
Or for now, it's just the
president?
Kim Promise should be in there. Last year, Stoneboy picked up an award from the EMI Awards, and so this year, Kim Promise should win, given the fact that he won the TGMs.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, but the president should definitely be the man of the year.
What about him that makes him the man of the year? He won an election?
No, but I think so far so good. I mean, he's doing well. So far so good.
You like
he's doing well,
what's happening in the country?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people are not happy with what he's doing, though. Some musicians.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I saw Kwame Eugene say some
they
things.
Talk, you know. Dollar way everybody they talk say after his force and after his force.
Kwame Eugene say what?
Apparently Kwame Eugene is not happy about it.
Okay.
I think he has dollar reserves, hoping the dollar would skyrocket to 30 cedis. So he cashes out, but unfortunately,
30 cedis.
The cedi is appreciating against the US dollar.
Yeah, he's unhappy
so he's begging
about it.
President Mahama to slow down.
I think Van Vicker as well.
I don't even understand it, because if you have $10,000, whether the cedi is going up or it's coming down, it is still $10,000. The value of the dollar has
not changed. It's the cedi.
It's the cedi.
Maybe he wants to change his dollars to something.
But the point is that, so you change it and you get more. You see, people need to also understand the economics behind the cedi, the exchange rate, you know, or the forex market. Because I don't even understand this whole. So, because you probably get more money if he changes it, but does he not know that his currency is weakening? And the purchasing power of his currency, you know,
depreciates.
I don't know.
And what's Van Vicker's beef?
For Van Vicker, he's happy about the cedi's appreciation.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's only right we comment.
But to be fair to Kwame Eugene, he said that, or what I saw him post on social media was that he's happy and he's sad at the same time. Although a lot of people,
The sad,
this is a tweet,
yeah,
right?
This is the tweet.
So
Sad,
he says,
no,
we beg
I
press.
want to make it seem as though he doesn't mean any harm. But I can clearly tell from the tweet he's
No,
so
that-
happy.
It pain
Pain
out.
out, the thing go out.
So let me just read the
Maybe
tweet.
he's charged for certain things based on.
Yeah, but the
certain
value of
things.
the dollar is
It's
the
the
same.
same.
It doesn't, you know,
well.
what $10,000 would do 3 months ago, it is the same value of it now. You know, so I don't even know. So we said what we beg President at JDM Mahama for slow down small. My dollar reserves all the go waste. I'm happy and sad at the same time. So let's take the happy part and let's
We
leave
should
the
take the
sad.
happy
Let's take the happy part.
So we're looking at the sad.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
so
move
that's
on.
it. And then you know Lil Wayne, he's trying to recreate Ibrahim Traore. And apparently he says someone has offered him $20,000 to
Okay.
quit producing the movie.
To stop producing
the
the
movie because he's portraying himself as Ibrahim Traore. You should hear how he pronounces the Ibrahim Traore. Run Traore. Yeah, so that's what he's saying. I don't know, for whatever reason someone would want to offer him that much money to stop producing a film or a movie. But whoever that is, and if it is true, I think the person has an ulterior motive, because it's a movie. It's not real. I mean, we watch to entertain ourselves. Some people like Ibrahim Traore, others do not like him. And so definitely both sides are going to watch, because you would want to see whatever Lil Wayne is bringing out. You know, this is not his first movie. So I just don't know. Some also think he's just chasing clouds with the production.
Right.
I mean, it's to amass, you know, a whole anticipation around the movie he's producing. But yeah, that's it with Lil Wayne.
Is Lil Wayne still Lil Wayne after his, debacle in Kumasi where he hit a boy and all of that?
He's
still
Lil Wayne. Yeah, he's still him. Yeah, and then despite Auto Museum, you know, I'm not really a fan of vintage cars, because I love the modern cars. You know, I want to buy a Tesla, I want to buy a Lexus, and all of that. I don't know about none of that vintage stuff. Yeah, but yeah, so he's launching his Auto Museum today. A Kafui from Ghana Weekend will be there. Citizen Kafui will be there, bringing you all the
So he owns
updates.
all of this. All of them working. Do we know?
We can't confirm, but I know some do move. Some do move.
Oh, the motors of motorbikes as well.
It's a beautiful museum.
This is
And to
beautiful.
me, I think it only enriches our tourism sector.
Is it for free? Like, can we all go for the launch?
Can't confirm yet. That's why you should stick
I
and
like
stay
the
with
I like
Ghana
the
Weekend.
little mechanic shop, thing in there, right?
It's beautiful.
But this is outside. This is not Ghana, right?
This is Ghana.
This is Ghana.
Are you sure?
Yes. This
The
is what
museum
he's
is in
launching
Ghana.
today.
No, the particular video we saw, it looked for
Yes, it's Ghana.
Really?
Yes.
So all this is Ghana?
Yeah.
No, I doubt.
It's in
You
Ghana.
should be there.
It's in
You should be
Ghana. It's
there.
at East Legon.
No, I know he has a really huge place at East Legon.
Yeah.
But on a particular video, I don't think it could have been Ghana. Anyway, these photos.
For these ones, they're outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's going he's going to model it after something like that, right?
So yeah.
So this
So
is
this
it.
is what is in Ghana.
Yeah.
Despite
Yeah.
Automobile Museum. Interesting.
If you've seen him pull up at events, you know the kind of cars he comes with.
Yeah.
Okay.
The vintage kind of cars.
Wow. So Vivi, you interesting. So we'll be there to see, so we
Yeah.
can get all the insights from Ghana
Ghana
Weekend
Weekend.
later
Yeah.
tonight.
Stick and stay with us.
You put out a really interesting article, right? What was
Yeah.
the motive behind it? You were talking about dancers and they need
being
to.
celebrated on music's
Are they
biggest
not
night.
celebrated enough?
To me, if we are celebrating music, then no faction of the creation should be left out. You get it? Producers produce the beats, artists write, sing on them. There are people who help make the sound go viral. The choreographers, the dancers, and to me, it's rather unfortunate that on Ghana's biggest music awards nights, they are not celebrated. The only thing they do is to get invited, come pick up awards, and then give awards to people who have won them. And to me, it's unfair, because if you are awarding a producer on the night, if you are awarding a videographer on the night, if you are awarding an engineer on the night, what stops you from awarding a dancer? And so I thought about it critically. I've monitored that for some time now. For 3 years running, I've wanted to write the article. And just last week, I was in my writing element. So I was just writing. I decided, no, it's time I finally put up this piece proper and then spoke about it.
So it's on channel Ghana Weekend.
Ghana Weekend, yeah.
So you can read it and get the thoughts on it. Interesting. So maybe tomorrow review it on Sunday Breakfast as well to see.
Lastly, you know Guilty Beats? Yeah, one of Ghana's finest producers. I mean, he's out there doing it exclusive. Let me brag with this one. Now, Ghana Weekend had an exclusive interview with him. Sally Kweku from the Ghana Weekend team had an exclusive interview with him where he spoke about the impact the Grammys has made in his
Is it out
career.
yet?
Yeah, it's out.
So we'll probably play excerpts of it tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Time is fast spent. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'll still wait for my banku though.
So that's Ghana Weekend. Log on to GhanaWeekend.com for all your exclusive, authentic, fact-checked stories. All right, we'll be right back after this. Don't go away.
Brand new on DSTV. When a nominee to the Supreme Court dies, his family begins to suspect foul play.
Dad knew that he was in trouble.
Hollywood's darkest scandals are exposed in this gripping 6-part documentary series.
You have violence, fraud, homicide.
And a rich and powerful family is thrown into turmoil when a young woman claims to be the owner's illegitimate daughter.
You have another daughter.
Stay connected to everything new on your home of entertainment, DSTV.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world. Piva Drink at a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
Some movies change the world, and you'll find them elsewhere. Mnet Movies 4 is just in it to change your mood.
Great.
They turn an ordinary night into something awesome. Make you laugh louder, smile bigger, and feel like a kid all over again.
Yay! This is gonna be so much fun!
The only thing our movies are seriously serious about is making you happy. All month long. On Mnet Movies 4 for the easy, cheesy, silly, funny, snort laugh classic movies of your life.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. I'm excited for this segment because I'm going to talk about something I really love.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe you'll be excited as well because you're a Liverpool fan. But Yahweh J. Minta has joined us in the studio.
Yeah.
And right now, it's a good time to say that maybe, just maybe, I may now be a Liverpool fan. I might just, also joining the bandwagon. There's a popular saying that says that, you move where family goes, right? You move with family and you support. So with the huge, signing or announcement of Jeremy Frimpong to Liverpool Football Club in the coming days and weeks, I'm changing allegiance.
Stay where you are.
No. You have to move with family.
Stay there.
I'm surprised you are not gloating and shouting and clapping all over the place because of Chelsea's.
I thought that's what he was coming to say. Actually,
yeah, I'm surprised.
Water is wet.
I mean,
water is wet, and there's no point really.
Okay, granted. I mean, if you win the Puske Leke Cup, I mean, it's fine.
I'd rather win it than finish 16th.
Oh, no. But at the end of the day, you won it and you go, 22 million euros from it. And
that's okay, man.
And Slavia Bratislava played in the Champions League, lost all 8 games and still ended up walking away with 22 million euros.
Yeah, but so what happens is that I'll play the Champions League next season. And I add to my silverware collection.
You play the Champions League not because you won the Conference League, but because you finish in the top 5
that's
in the EPL.
That's a decent season. Can we talk about United season now?
Oh yeah, we can talk about United season.
What is there to talk about?
Yeah, there's nothing to talk about. It's rebuilding. It's rebuilding. Yeah, so yeah, that's where Man United are at right now. But yes, indeed, you rightly put it out there. Jeremy Frimpong has signed to join Liverpool. He signed from Bayer Leverkusen, and it's a deal worth 29.5 million pounds. And for me, that's a bargain because he's a very, very good player, and there's no question that he's a quality player. There's no question that he'll be an excellent addition to the Liverpool team.
Does he replace Trent?
More or less, but in a different way, because he's a wing back and Trent is a fullback who could attack. And so what people are actually asking is that, okay, if you want to get rid of, not get rid of, but if you had issues with Trent Alexander-Arnold because of his defensive liabilities, then why bring in a player who is more noted
that's my guy.
Who is well noted for his attacking prowess more than his defensive prowess? But I see it as a signing that indicates a change in the system. So once you bring in Jeremy Frimpong, then you're definitely sure that he's going to play, Ancelotti, the head coach of Liverpool, is going to play with a back three system where Jeremy Frimpong will get to operate in the wing-back position that he's most comfortable at. And it's the same with another fullback, who is Milos Kerkez, who operates on the left and is heavily linked to a move to Liverpool. And so, we are likely to see more signings from Liverpool. I'm definitely sure that they will look to bring in another central defender to ensure that, yes, they can play the back three system. And there's also that school of thought that Mohamed Salah in December will leave Liverpool and come and play in the AFCON with Egypt. And so once he leaves, you already have an in-house winger in Jeremy Frimpong to replace him. And so, those are some of the school of thoughts that have popped up because of the Jeremy Frimpong signing. But Liverpool are quite close to signing other players, like I mentioned, Milos Kerkez, the left fullback, who can play as a left wing back. There's also the bit of Florian Wirtz, who is a very creative midfielder and can do a lot of creativity on the pitch. And so, Liverpool have really, really started out on a strong note. They've won the EPL, and already they are about 70%, 80% wrapped up with their transfers early in the transfer window. And that shows the kind of team that they are operating right now. Man United can't say the same. They had a terrible season, and they are still fumbling over signing players in the transfer market. And so, that's the level that those teams are operating at right now. But later today, the Black Stars will be in action. In the Unity Cup. They will play against Trinidad and Tobago for the third place spot. And Nigeria will play against Jamaica in the final. Then later in the day, we'll have the UEFA Champions League final, and that's between Inter Milan and PSG. In Munich, Inter Milan taking on PSG. A lot of people would have preferred Barcelona playing against the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea. But PSG, they ended up eliminating all the English teams en route to the final. They beat Man City, they beat Liverpool. And Inter Milan, they ended up beating everyone's favorite Lamine Yamal's team, Barcelona, in a very thrilling semi-final. And so, the finals tonight at 7 p.m., Inter Milan versus PSG. I'm tipping Inter Milan to win the title because at the end of the day, they are bigger than PSG, most of the PSG players, and PSG tend to struggle with aerial balls. And on top of that, you also have to deal with the defenders. They're able to defend in space, Inter Milan defenders, that is. And on top of that, PSG, once you can't kick it long, you'll be forced to play out from the back. Yes, and Inter Milan are quite good with pressing. They are likely to force a mistake out of Donnarumma, and a goal is coming. So I see Inter Milan winning the UEFA Champions League title.
We'll talk about it more tomorrow. All right. Thank you for joining us with some sports. But that's our show for you. Join us tomorrow, Sunday, 7 a.m. bright and early. Thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow.
This June, the business wave is back and it's bigger than ever. The City Business Festival 2025 on Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, where it's all about business. This June, we will be celebrating Ghanaian businesses, re-examining our business modules and practices through our business fora, and sharing knowledge through our on-air business discussions. Make a business date with the on-air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 Citi FM and 10 a.m. on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. From expert interviews to real-world insights to the tools you need to grow. Don't miss a single moment this June. It's the City Business Festival 2025, celebrating everything business. Only on Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. Your business, your future, your time is now. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and let's grow together. The City Business Festival 2025, celebrating everything business.
The City Business Festival 2025 is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 TV, and it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN Business, and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited.
Calling all farmers, agribusinesses, and innovators, this is your chance to shine. Channel 1 TV invites you to exhibit at Agri Fair 2025, one of Ghana's largest agriculture exhibitions. From Friday 20th to Sunday the 22nd of June, the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra will come alive with the very best from Ghana's agribusiness sector. Are you a farmer with fresh produce of any kind? Be it crops, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture, or you're a supplier of agro inputs and processing machinery? This is your platform to connect with the world.